and Sol Campbell didn't speak to me for over 6 months. We meet up with England, and Sol still wouldn't speak to me.
The one thing I liked as well was when Cunha was giving Odegaard a bit of argy-bargy. Do you know what I mean? There was a bit.
That's what that fixture's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, come on, a bit of needle. Come on, get a tackle stuck in here and there.
I used to love it playing against Arsenal. You know, and obviously there's some big ones which everyone knows about. Obviously, the.
Do you want me to list them out for you? All my favourite Wayne Rooney against Arsenal moments.
We've been doing this, haven't we? In our messaging group today, we've kind of all been throwing in, and there's some brilliant memories, Wayne, isn't it? But it kind of shows what a different fixture this is now, I think.
Yeah, I remember my first game at Highbury for Man United was the game with Roy and Vieira in the tunnel, and you feel it. You feel, you know, the game's on a knife edge, and you can feel that, and you know, even the referee got it. So it was you know, you had the Fabregas one with Alex Ferguson in the tunnel with the throwing the pizza at him, and you know, there's fights in the tunnel which you know, everyone was involved in it as well, and you know, I think when we beat them 2-0 after the Keown incident, obviously the Keown moment was before I was there, but the next year we beat them 2-0, and Sol Campbell didn't speak to me for over 6 months. We meet up with England, and Sol still wouldn't speak to me.
Were you happy about that though?
Yeah, sometimes I was with Sol, but no, I'd say to him, "Come on, man, we're playing for England here," and he wouldn't speak to me because he felt I dived, and which he left his leg out. I think there was a small contact, but anyway.
Did you ever have it out, Wayne? How did you get over that?
Yeah, naturally you do, and I think it was a big game for Arsenal. It was if they won, it was 50 games unbeaten. So he was disappointed, but yeah, it was about 6 months he wouldn't speak to me. So that fixture was always, the rivalry was big, and when I joined Man United, that was the big rivalry we had then, and I think that's died down a little bit throughout football as well.
Yeah, I think you're right though. I think that rivalry dying down is indicative of where the clubs are at. I think both of them for so many years have lacked a lot of leaders and a lot of characters in the squad. I know, especially at Man United, we haven't had those characters where, you know, they demanded excellence throughout the whole squad. And I think at that point you did get that in that era. Yeah,
you didn't. But I think the game has changed as well. You know, when I was playing, you could put the armband on any player really, because you had lots of players with leadership on the pitch, and maybe that's not the case. I think I seen Tony Adams talking about Odegaard and Declan Rice should be captain. Well, whether that's the case or not, I think Declan will go on to be a fantastic captain for Arsenal, but also for England as well. But that's what you need. You need players. Sometimes players don't need to wear the armband as well. You need players who are just going to lead by example on the pitch. And I think in the way the game is now, that's a little bit. I don't think players are as close to each other than what it used to be, and sometimes that shows. Where I think fair play to Arteta over the last few years, they're just missing a major trophy, but you know, you're certainly starting to see over the last 2 years in particular that steal and that fight with Arsenal, and you know, then all these little tricks which you're doing to win free kicks or, you know, waste time, I think they do it really well.